Yo, hello and welcome to the channel. This video is just a highlights video of a league race that I did on Saturday. OFR league, it's a Division 2 this one. Yeah, no assists are allowed in this league and the format is a 50% race starting with a short qualifying. Just having a look at the weather, the qualifying is dry as well as the initial part of the race, and it looks like there could be rain in the final part of the race. So yeah, let's get right into it. So basically, as you can see, there's 2 minutes left in the short qualifying. I didn't manage to put a valid lap in my first 2 attempts, so this is basically my final chance to get in my hot lap, else I'll be starting at the back of the grid. So yeah, coming through the last chicane, it is pretty good. Decent exit there. And into turn 1 is quite solid. Turn 2, short shift in 4th gear and getting an absolute horrific exit out of that corner. This chicane isn't too bad, I'm just trying to keep it stable, safe, just to get a lap in and get a time at least. So yeah, not applying too much throttle, just making sure I stay, keep my traction. Turn 8 and 9 is pretty good, and coming into turn 10, the hairpin. Shifting down to first gear, pretty late on apex there, short shifting. And activating the DRS here.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
And final chicane towards the Wall of Champions is not too bad, so yeah, this lap coming across the line at 1 minute 9 seconds and 0.495, so it's not too bad, puts me in 2nd position, which is actually better than I hoped for, considering that exit of turn 2. So yeah, the strategy that I think would be, what I try to do is, considering that there might be rain, is just try and last on the second stint mediums, and then go into the intermediates when the rain starts. So yeah, here we go. And we are in starting 3rd position as well. So we have 5 lights and away we go. Getting a decent start, holding 3rd at the moment, but we're on the inside and yeah, keeping our 3rd position. There's Johto who jumps me coming out of that corner, but I think I keep my spot here in 3rd position. Getting a track limit warning there. He tries coming on the inside. There's contact, and I managed to keep the car on the track without any damage, which is good. Not a good exit there. So Johto Juicy does jump ahead of me, but that's fine. That's not a bad start. And as expected, no surprise, start of a league race, first lap, there is a safety car. So yeah, that's a decent start. I mean, could have been a lot worse. So yeah, just waiting for the safety car to go in. Trying to keep the tyres warm, but to be honest, they're not that warm. I wasn't warming them up for the couple laps too much. And yeah, racing is resumed. I do drop back slightly, but that's not too far back, so I mean I can catch up quite easily with them, I think. Yeah, exceeding track limits are, well, is a big problem on this track, especially without too much practice. Even with practice, I still make mistakes. to exceed track limits on this track. It's so annoying. Yeah, just trying to get the feel for the track because, as you can see, I'm not taking the lines perfectly yet, and I'm actually coming in for a pit stop to go on to the mediums, I believe. I do have to change my wing. I think I had one of my left end plate was or my right end plate was actually broken, so I do have to change the wing, which costs me about 5 seconds then, in extra seconds in the pit, which is okay. It does drop me back into, I believe, 12th. Looks like it'll be 12th place.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
But yeah, one stop left, but I expect that the rain will kick in while I'm still quite happily on these medium set of tyres. So yeah, let's see what happens here. We are 8 laps in. I've got 3 seconds of time penalties, which is not too much at the moment. But we do have a lot of places to get back, considering I have to change that wing. But we're quickly coming up to the 2 guys that are in front of us. Short shifting here to 3rd gear, trying to get a good exit. Fuel mix to rich. DRS is coming up. I've got overtake. Just turned it off actually, because just to see what they're going to do ahead of me. Don't want to take any unnecessary risks too early on. And saying that, I try and make a very risky move on Count Shakula, and I do take minor damage on the right wing, but that shouldn't affect my performance too much. And in front of me, Super Bounty. Coming up to the turn 3 and 4 is taken pretty well. Do have a lot more extra speed. He keeps the inside line, and there's some contact. Do have the DRS now. I've activated ERS as well, and take the outside. And I managed to claim that apex there. Unfortunately, he does seem to make contact with my rear wing, possibly, and spinning off, but I think he does get back onto the track. Anyway, moving on. Lap 13, I've made up some positions. I'm in 7th place, and I've got Wirt, DV, and Loves actually ahead of me. Again, just seeing what they're going to do. So I do have DRS now. I think I am slightly pacier at this point of the race. I almost lose it there, which is where a lot of people do lose it. And then coming up here, Godwaz was on my right, and I absolutely.
Okay, you have wing damage. This will be a major performance impact unless you bolt.
I completely missed my braking point and crashed into weird DV and completely lost my front left wing. So I'm going into the pit for soft tyres. That looks like. Yeah, that's pretty detrimental to the race. Got another change of wing, and yes, there is a safety car deployed during my pit stop. So this does help me slightly. It probably saves a few seconds, I would say, because of how late the safety car came in. And the others will have to go slower. Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't have too much effect on my track position. So yeah, I'm coming out in 12th with the soft still, while others have not pitted yet.
Okay, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are 2 green flags.
So yeah, we're gonna jump to the restart of the race. I've got fresh softs, and others either have used mediums or hards. So it's time to make up some spots. Currently in 8th. Safety car restart is now. Taking that final chicane, and I get a really good exit here.
Green flag.
And I do go for the overtake, I believe. Yes, taking the inside of Kim in. Taking these corners pretty well because the soft tyres do feel good around this track, especially when they're new. So Love Session ahead of me. I've got a lot more extra speed. He seems to maybe have damage on an end plate or something because he's quite slow on that chicane. So I get the overtake there. I'm into 6th place and there's a train of drivers ahead of me.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
All on mediums, I believe. So yeah, turn 8 and 9 is taken pretty well, almost pretty well, almost decent. Almost lost traction on the exit there, which happens quite a lot. And yeah, this hairpin is pretty good. Get good traction out there, and we've got a train of drivers ahead of me, so I'm not going to use any of my overtake. Just going to see what they're going to do, because this final chicane always ends up a bit of a mess. So let's see what they do. Surprisingly, they all make it out alive. Yeah, turn 1 and 2, I just try and get a good exit here, see if there's any gap for me, and there is. So I get the move done on Proctor. And ahead of me is B Watt. Again, I know I must be faster than. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. That's not good. That is not good. But it doesn't seem like I had any damage from that, which is okay. I do get the move done though with that minor contact there. And yeah, I believe I just Godwurzer was ahead of me, so this is just jumped forward to where the action starts. He's a pretty fast driver, so even though he's on the used mediums. Yeah, almost lose traction there on the exit, but that's fine. I do regain traction I lost. And knowing that I've got these faster tyres, DRS and ERS available, get the overtake done. And do not get do not enter that chicane very well. So I do get a penalty for that. I'm up at 6 seconds. So we're at lap 20, I'm still on no softs, and there is a safety car again. However, I am in 3rd place, so yeah, I'm just getting a weather report because it is starting to drizzle, and I just want to see whether it's best to switch now, which in my opinion I think it is. Go into intermediates right now and save as much time later. So just making sure I get the intermediates there. And I think all of us are doing that, apart from Godwurzer, who was right behind me. That's a very interesting move from him. So yeah, coming in for the change. It was a very good timing for the change. The softs were relatively used, and yeah, being in 3rd, it's just a good time to get those intermediates on. And 15 laps to go. They will last until the end of the race, I would say.
Will receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
So yeah, this safety car I'm guessing would last for the next 2 laps. And yeah, safety car restart, nothing eventful. We're just trying to be careful, getting used to the intermediate tyres, because we are using couldn't change the setup at all, so it's I'm trying to drive quite safely, not to end the race for myself, basically. So it's just solid driving, just trying to be safe, see if the other guys in front make any mistakes, which at the moment they're not. Yeah, most things are good. Maintaining the ERS, got about 85% in the late stages of the race, which is what I want, and in the rain that is what it's used for, trying to get an overtake on the straights. However, I do mess that turn 1 up completely. I underestimate the power of, I overestimate the power of my brakes here, and I lose the position that I just took. And here, I did make that spot to second, and now I'm into first place where Random Series typically spun or hit the wall, I believe, either of them on the Wall of Champions, which is really unfortunate for him. So, but this does give me first place, and on the 27th lap, once again, another safety car, which is actually not what I wanted, considering I had 9 seconds penalty. That's the car that crashed out there on the exit of the turn 8 and turn 9. But as you can see in the top left, 9 seconds of penalties. The driver behind me, Goduaza, has 6 seconds, so I do jump ahead quite a lot because I do maintain my first spot, and we're going to across the start finish to start the last lap of the race, and this is where things get very, very interesting. I have a 9 second penalty. Goduaza behind me has 6 seconds. I almost lose traction there, which I would have probably smashed my racing rig. So yeah, we need to get, hopefully without a penalty, and if we don't, we need to get a 3 second lead on Goduaza, which is 3 seconds now, but it keeps jumping up and down. So yeah, taking the chicane was not great. I was super slow, making sure I did not cut that corner to exceed the track limits again. That would have most likely given me an extra 3 seconds. So yeah, hairpin, first gear, coming around the corner, making sure I don't put too much throttle in third gear. I almost do, but I short shift to fifth. Use the rest of my ERS. And this is also a very tense moment. I did not know what this car was doing. It was a yellow flag, and he's just driving slow on the right side, which is okay. Final chicane was done decently, and we come across the line in first place provisionally. So at the moment it does seem that we're gonna win the race, and we do by half a second after penalties, which was pretty good. I was pretty happy about that, and it was a big relief. So yeah, that was a pretty decent race considering all the, getting wing damage, having to pit for that back onto soft. So I'm doing basically an extra pit stop, which I didn't really need to. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and smash that like and subscribe button. Thanks.